Hi everyone, my name is Chrys. For this video, I am discussing Witch of Death, my fantasy romance short story ebook. It's 35 pages long and it is 99 cents anywhere you can get ebooks. Now, for this video, I'm going to share just a little bit of information about the two main characters. Now, we have Sawyer and we have Reid Sanders. They are both detectives. But they are very different detectives. Not only is one a male and one is a female, but one is a witch and the other is a skeptic. Reid is a big skeptic. Even after seeing the supernatural state of the crime scene in chapter 1, he's still a skeptic and he doesn't believe that supernatural things can happen and they're not real. And he does not believe in psychics or witches. And, well, here comes Liberty Sawyer, who is a witch and actually psychic. And right in the beginning of chapter 2, there's a little encounter there that I love, so I'm actually going to read it to you, and it reveals a little bit more about the characters too. Liberty Sawyer glided swiftly through the horde of police officers, reporters, and onlookers. Black hair fell from a rigid part in the middle of her scalp to her hips. Her eyes were a soul-stabbing blue, and her lips were blood red. She towered over the other officers on the scene and wore all black, which set off the pallor of her skin. Showing her badge to the officer, she slipped under the crime scene tape. A few paces away, she spotted Detective Corbin talking to his new partner, a man she knew by name but hadn't had the privilege of meeting yet. "I cannot believe you called her," the new man was saying when she came up behind them. "We don't need a damn psychic. Actually, I'm a witch." She smiled when Reid jolted and turned to face her. "I'm Detective Liberty Sawyer." She stuck out her hand. "Detective Reid Sanders," he grunted back and took her hand. The feel of his palm against hers sent tingles of lust from the tips of her fingers to her shoulder blade, and she knew he felt it too by the way he jerked his hand back. She winked at him playfully, hoping it would unnerve him even more. Satisfied, she turned to Keith, who greeted her with a kiss on the cheek. Now I'll stop there. I'll let you speculate over why Corbin, the other detective, kisses Libby on the cheek, and over whether or not something actually happens between Reid and Libby. I'll share a couple more details about both characters. I have to pull it up on my computer, so you might see my face glow once again, just like it kind of glowed with my Kindle. Now, Reid, obviously, he's a detective. He has brown hair and brown eyes. He's 36 years old, and the actor I envision playing him is Josh Duhamel. I believe I said his name right. If I didn't, my bad. His strength is obviously his detective skills. He is a very good detective. He's just, once again, skeptic, and that is his weakness. His skepticism over anything supernatural could be his downfall in this story. His favorite color is sky blue, and one of my favorite quotes from him in this story is, "Well, right now, Liberty is our only suspect. If you don't issue an arrest warrant to question her about these murders, I will." So he thinks Liberty is the murderer because she outright says that she's a witch, and when they're at the crime scene, she says that a witch killed the man. So obviously the first thing he thinks is that she's the murderer. Now, Liberty Sawyer goes by the nickname Libby. She is a detective and a witch. Her hair is black and her eyes are blue. She's 33, and the actress I envision playing her is Liv Tyler. Her strength is her magic, And her weakness is her anger over people thinking she's evil. She's not an evil witch, she's just a witch. And one of my favorite quotes I actually just read in that little snippet is, "Actually, I'm a witch." And her favorite color is lavender. Lavender is a little clue in the story later on, but you have to read the story to actually find out where that clue comes in. I hope you enjoyed finding out about my two characters, Liberty and Reid. And, I hope you got interested in them and their relationship. They have a very unique relationship because Libby is a witch and Reid doesn't believe in that kind of stuff. So she actually has the tough task of not only convincing him that witches are real, magic is real, she's not evil, and she is not a murderer. But is she lying? Is she trying to deceive him? The story, after all, is called Witch of Death. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.